Trick or treat, these rocks are very discreet. For there's more than you see, more complex than you may believe. For their color is known for being bleak. Na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Well, everyone, I am dressed up today as Wednesday Addams because one of my favorite holidays of the year is Halloween.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
So today we're talking about gemstones. We're talking about something to do with Halloween, or is there a spider in here? 3, 2, 1. They're black. Why are we talking about black gemstones? Because it's Halloween, one of the best holidays of the year. All right, guys, so first gemstone of the day, black gemstones. We actually have black spinel. So I think we've had spinel on the channel, but it's usually been blue or red. But I don't really think that we've talked about black spinel. And I think that it's a pretty cool stone. We actually use a lot of it here at JTV in jewelry. Spinel is singly refractive. Black spinel, I've learned, is actually found where there are rubies and sapphires. Black spinel is a vitreous magnesium aluminum oxide or a magnesium aluminate. Basically, when you have spinel, it's going to be colored by different things, so that's why you can have the same crystal structure and basically the basics of the same chemical composition, and you throw a few things in and then you get red or blue or black. And if you look closely, you can actually see spinel's crystal system, which is that cubit. What's actually super cool about spinel is you can find spinel crystals inside diamond. So spinel is found with a lot of really important gemstones in the business. Like we mentioned, sapphire and ruby, which are both corundum and also diamond. And black spinel is naturally occurring. So that color right there is au naturel, no treatment. Alrighty, so onyx typically is known for having parallel black and white lines. It is a type of agate, which is a type of cryptocrystalline quartz. The main source of onyx is Brazil, and actually naturally black onyx is really rare. Typically onyx is a very dark brown or a black, and like I said, it can be dyed. So you're gonna find a lot of this material in Brazil. With this, you can actually see that there's some banding on the right, and I am going to show you. Can I shine that through? Where's my light? There we go. Okay, so that's banding you're gonna see, and that is expected with onyx, and I just think that is so cool. Okay, we'll move on. You and my old doll. 3, 2. This is onyx as well. Yeah, okay, this is cool. So we talked about the banding on onyx. That is typically what you're gonna find, that white. I just think that is so cool. And when we talk about onyx, onyx is a type of agate, and we've had agate on this channel quite a bit. And with agate, you see that super cool banding, and that's why a lot of people like to collect agate. Banding, you can find banding in a variety of colors, but on onyx, it's gonna be black and white. 3, 2, 1. What is this? Is this petrified wood? This is obsidian. I never would have guessed that's obsidian. Mahogany obsidian. What's that quote from Anchorman?
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Okay, so obsidian is usually found where there's volcanic activity. At a very basic level, it's basically cooled magma. You can see why this is called mahogany obsidian, because it looks like wood. That's why when I pulled it out of the box, I thought it was petrified wood, but I'm not too familiar with petrified wood being black. Obsidian can come in a variety of colors, but usually it's found in darker hues like gray and black. And what's really cool is parts of this are actually see-through. And where did my phone go? I think it's so cool how this is basically volcanic. It's found around volcanoes. Oh, I have other obsidian. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is rainbow obsidian. So rainbow obsidian gets its kind of cool coloring. It has that iridescence from basically little bubbles in the stone, and as light passes through those bubbles, you kind of get this iridescence. All right, so fun fact about obsidian, and I'm sure no one is surprised by this, you can see by this sharp looking dagger, civilizations dating back to the Stone Age have actually used obsidian for tools and weapons, and I am not surprised by that. It has actually a lot to do with the fracture on it. Because of the way it can break, that conchoidal fracture, you're able to mold it, for lack of a better term, into something sharp, hopefully used to like cook and prep your food, but oftentimes used to kill your food. Okay, we got another box. 3, 2, 1. This is from JTV's collection, and these are Apache tears. And I've only learned a little bit about Apache tears. I haven't seen it too much in the business, but basically they are small, rounded nodules of obsidian, black obsidian. And the name actually comes from, in the 1870s, in a battle between the Apache tribe and the US Cavalry, it was said that the family members of those that lost their lives in the Apache tribe, when their tears actually hit the ground, they turned to obsidian, hence the name Apache tears. 3, 2, 1. Woo, I love the black coral. I love coral. Okay, so right now we have another black box, and this is actually black coral. And I knew immediately what it was because of the structure of that piece. And this is super delicate, so I'm not gonna take it out of the box, but I think you guys can get a pretty good look. I knew it's coral because of that structure right there, but I've also seen coral quite a bit, and you can see that kind of golden color and then the black. Yeah, so on this you can actually feel there's these really small bumps, and you can feel basically I want to say complexion of coral. You can feel the texture, which is really neat. Black coral is found worldwide at all depths, but there are some areas that are more known for black coral than others. A lot of black coral is actually harvested in Southeast Asia. Also, a really fun fact is that in 1987, Hawaii actually adopted black coral as its state gem. All right, guys, I want you to take a closer look at Spinel. We've actually had this on the channel quite a bit. You are familiar with it, it's in jewelry. What's super cool about Spinel is it has the same crystal structure as diamond, cubic, in the same crystal system. But what's really cool is that this is natural. That color is natural, and you typically don't see Spinel treated like you do with other gemstones. But I think the coolest thing about today's episode is that we talked about coral, we talked about obsidian, we talked about agate, and we've talked about Spinel. So those are all stones that we've had on the channel before, but they've been, we'll say, more colorful. So the agates have had yellows and greens and browns, and we've had Spinel that's been pink and red and blue, and we've had coral on the channel that was, that really bright orangish red. So it's really neat for us to kind of look at the more, I don't want to say obscure, but the lesser known colors of some pretty common gemstones. Guys, thank you so much today for watching. I had so much fun, from dressing up as Wednesday Addams, to thinking about all the cool Halloween candy I'm about to get, to sharing black gemstones with you, which is really fun because, like I mentioned earlier, we've always had very colorful gemstones on the channel, and it's fun to talk about some of the more obscure colors in the business. So I want you to leave me your favorite Halloween candy, and I want you to leave me a skull and crossbones emoji as a thank you to my guest. And don't forget to have fun, trick or treat, stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching.